Hi guys, what's up? I figured I'd give you guys an update vlog. I have some other footage after this segment that is going to be from the past, but from your perspective in the future. But just to give a brief overlay about what this vlog is going to be about, today is Monday, so it's the day after we played KDL, and 2 days after we played NSL Finals. And this is just an update to everything that's happened. I guess I might as well announce it now, we ended up winning NSL Finals. So we won 60 million won, which is about $53,000 as a team. So we ended up winning. We won 3-0 against EOT Hammer and JO. So we're very, very proud of ourselves. We ended up winning. If you guys didn't know about this and you wanted to watch the stream and you're sad because you missed it, then your mistake was not following our team on Twitter. It's at Zephyr Dota. It's very simple. Go follow our team on Twitter. We always tweet when we're going live or when we're having matches. So if you missed them and you're sad, it's your own fault, because I gave you plenty of warning. Yeah, I recorded a little bit of footage of KDL. I recorded no footage of the NSL day because we were preparing a lot, and then afterwards I just didn't feel like recording at all. It's one of the downsides of me being the cameraman, is sometimes I absolutely do not feel like recording the moment. I'd rather just experience it and stuff. So unfortunately we got no footage, but I'm sure you can watch plenty online. There's VODs that exist on the twitch.tv/exp Twitch channel. I'm resting my camera on a pillow today so that I don't make anybody puke. Just gonna sit back a little bit, hands off. Look, both of my hands, guys. Okay. So NSL Finals is done. We ended up winning, which means we're financially sufficient in Korea, which means very easily we'll definitely stay here for the better part of the year, if not all of it. We'll see. But we are definitely going to stay for a very long time, at least as far as esports is concerned. I mean, most teams probably modify or disband at least once a year. So I think we're going to be very consistent. I don't know why people keep saying this, but I've been reading a lot of comments about us on various message boards and things. And some of our fans, or our anti-fans, some of the people that don't like us very much, they still think that we're not going to stay here for a long time. And I really don't understand why, because literally since day one, I've been saying that we are staying for at least 6 months, and they keep assuming that we're going to come here, take the money, and leave. We literally can't do that. They don't even pay the NSL money out in a lump sum. They pay it out over 10 months. It means if we want the money, we have to stay in Korea. And they did this very wisely, because I'm sure there's a chance that there would have been some team that showed up and says, thanks for the money, see you later. But we're not going to do that, and I don't know why people keep not taking me at my word. It's probably because they don't like me in the first place, and therefore they don't believe what I say, but I never lie, so I don't know. It's kind of confusing, but we're not going anywhere, guys. We're going to stay here in Korea. If anything, we're helping the Korean scene. As far as I'm concerned, there's a lot more people that are interested, as far as, at least internationally. I know there's a lot more eyes on the Korean scene now that we're here, so I don't think we're hurting this in any way. The only thing that could be really bad is if we continue our win streak. By the way, we've won 14 matches in a row competitively. Literally 14. I talk about this later on the bus ride home last night, but we haven't lost in a really long time. Not since part of the best of 5 versus Birdgang. That was KDL online. But ever since then, we haven't lost a match. If we somehow continue to get better and we stay ahead of all the other teams, it could be bad for the scene, because then we would seem unbeatable and it would decrease some interest, because people wouldn't want to watch us just win every game ever. Even though the games are fairly close, it's not like they're super one-sided by any means. And some of them are we easily get behind, so it's not like we're unbeatable. We can definitely be beaten. But it would be a little bad for the scene. We decided if we win every game. Not that doesn't mean we're not going to try to win every game, but it's a possibility. Okay. So yeah, I guess I'll show you some footage of KDL now. It's not very much, and then I'll show you a bus ride home from last night. But that's it for the update video. We won NSL on Saturday, so we accomplished our goals. And we also won the first match of KDL yesterday. That was versus Birdgang, which is the best team in Korea. We beat them 2-0. So yeah, we're really happy with our performance right now. We're very happy with how we're doing. We won 5 million won yesterday, so we won a total of 65 million won over the weekend, which is $61,000. Pretty good for a weekend. So that means if we win next week KDL, we'll get 6 million won. If we win the week after that, subsequently we'll get 7 million won. It's just a reward thing for winning subsequently, so it's really good for us. And we play MVP Phoenix next week Sunday. We know they're having some roster issues, so there's a chance they won't be very strong next week, and I think out of all the teams in Tier 1, everybody thinks MVP Phoenix is the weakest of the 4, especially because 5NQ is going under some roster adjustments, which are not official and not completely guaranteed, but we're pretty sure we know who's going to be at least one of their players. So MVP, or 5NQ is going to be stronger, MVP Phoenix is going to be weaker. So we think they're the weakest of the 4 teams. There's a chance they could beat us. We've actually never played them in an official match except for FOMOS, but it wasn't like their Phoenix roster. It was like some of Hot 6 and some of Phoenix, and we beat them 2-0 there. So who knows? We may not beat them. If we do beat them, we'll get a bunch of money, so that'll be cool. So yeah, we're financially sufficient. Everything's pretty much fun from here on out. It's not as stressful. We don't have to worry about money anymore, and we can just have fun. So thanks for watching, guys. We appreciate it. And without further ado, here's some very brief KDL Nexon Arena footage. See you guys later. Bye. Hey guys, what's up? We just beat, spoiler alert, if you're scared of spoilers, you're about to hear them. We just beat Birdgang 2-0 for KDL. This is our first match of KDL. Birdgang was probably the best team in Tier 1. We're backstage right now, so I'm just going to show you guys what it's like here. This is the Nexon Arena. I'm going to turn the camera around and we're going to see some stuff. So these are like the player waiting rooms. They have 2 of these, a bunch of random stuff, and Kart Rider is, I hear, is like Mario Kart, but I don't know, I'm just going to walk around and look at stuff. There is the esteemed Doom player mid. This place was honestly completely packed with people. So just a reference point, this entire inside area was packed with people.
There are people like
yeah. There's like monitors on the walls and things so that even if you have shitty seats, you can still see stuff, which is really cool. They're all packing down now. This is the main stage area. There's like, it looks a little dirty now, but it was like completely filled with chairs and stuff before. It's really sweet. There was where we played, there's Bambo, star player. They had like little monitors showing our gameplay vision and stuff. It's pretty cool. So that was the side we played on. And the big stage. There was also a second floor. I probably won't show it to you guys, but you can kind of see it over here. The second floor was equal volume. It was completely packed with people. So there was like at least 500 people here. Apparently they got like $20 in Nexon cash to use, and that's why so many people showed up, at least partially. So it was pretty cool. All right, I think that's about it. Bye.
I thought you already made a vlog.
We're on a bus. I recorded some stuff, not that much. So we're here with the team. We just won 5 million. Won. And so we're all millionaires now.
No, I was right.
We beat Birdgang 2-0. Thoughts?
I thought we were gonna lose actually.
Yeah, I did too actually.
Like, I even said it. I'm really pragmatic about our chances all the time, and I'm usually like, I can usually tell. Like, I thought we were gonna lose against EOT, and so I thought we were gonna lose today, and I was fine with that. But then we ended up winning, and we played the game so casually too.
No pressure. That's what was nice.
Yeah, we just kind of like played Dota. Most of the time, we're always like really tense, and you can feel it, and like.
I think that's more so you than the rest of us, though.
And well, in general, I'm the most like nervous, but I could even tell like Bambo was really easygoing today for the most part.
Yeah.
The only person he yelled at was Steven.
No surprise.
And they let me play Lifestealer.
Yeah, so
I was happy about that.
Sure. So what's our streak now?
I think we're at 13-0.
14.
14. Oh no, I thought it was 13.
No, it's 14. I said let's make it 14. Remember?
Wait, let's do the math. We won 2 Startail.
Right, explain the Startail set first.
Okay,
that
so
way
we lost versus EOT 3-2, and then the very next day, or actually no, it was
like
2 days after,
later, yeah.
Because we played on a Sunday, and then we played
Tuesday.
So then we were like, okay, whatever. We were kind of in a depressed mood, but then we
oh god,
we played against Startail. We lost the first game terribly. Then the second game we miracle won. Then we got stomped the third game. So then we're like, okay, we're switching back. So we moved Bambo back to captaining, and then we beat them the next 2 games. Then we played
So we won the set.
Yeah, so then we won the set, and that was our first 2 games. Then we played 5NQ.
Did we?
I think we played 5NQ. Yeah, we did. So then we played 5NQ. We 3-0'd them, so it's 5 games. Then we played the KDL qualifiers, and we went 4-0, so it's 9 games. Then we beat EOT Hammer in 3 games, so it's 12 games. Oh,
yeah.
and then we chilled Birdgang today, so now we're at 14-0 in our last 14 games.
Yeah.
What's our scrim record like?
Our scrim record's awful. Jeez.
Absolutely awful.
We were actually like at like 80%, and then in the last like week we've dropped to like 50.
Yeah.
But we're still winning, so I guess something's working out.
Yeah.
Steven, thoughts on the match today? All right, and that has been Steven's thoughts on the match. Bambo, easy. That's what Bambo says.
What?
Thoughts on the match? Nerf Sand King.
We're the best Sand King Darks here in Korea.
That's pretty.
Except you got yelled at like half the game.
Nah, man, that's on you, idiots.
Peace. All right, he's not going to take that from us anymore. So next match is, we think we play next Sunday. If not, then the venue is really cool though. Like, it was so fun. There were so many people watching. None of them like say anything because they're always scared, all the Koreans. But it was really fun to play. And yeah, you looking forward to next week? MVP Phoenix.
Yeah, they're the only team we haven't played yet in Korea, anyways. So pretty excited for once for a match.
And they barely. I don't know if you guys watched the match today. They barely qualified for Tier 1. The team that they almost lost to, they 2-1 them, was the team that played against MVP Hot 6 today. And they were okay at some things, but they were really bad at others, especially last today. They had some issues. So I think there's a good shot that we should be able to beat Phoenix. I don't know if we'll 2-0 them, but I think at least 2-1 is realistic, I think. Something like that. All right, and that's it for now. I'm gonna show you guys the giant check and the trophy when we get home. All right, goodbye. Hey guys, we just got back from KDL. The worst thing about Korea is we always play on LAN whenever we play. So literally every time we come home, we have to reset up our stuff. It is by far our biggest complaint, though it is a moot point. It is like really frustrating though. Oh damn, we're into the Reddit threads.
You read this? You know when Nexon messaged me and went on me?
Yeah.
That's why I want HP.
Yeah.
It's so fucking dumb.
Sick bait, man. So I suppose you guys want to see our humble abode now that we've won 60 million won. Our check is currently stored over there. That's our trophy. Check this out. Trophy lighting. Discovered this recently. There it is, guys. NSL champions. And I guess, I don't know, we'll put everything else over here, I guess, when we want to. If you guys want to see this. We actually carried this all the way home on the bus, so it was pretty hilarious. It's our trophy case. And the trophy. There it is. It's beautiful. It's glorious. And now we're probably just going to sit here, fiend Reddit, and go to sleep. So thanks for watching, guys. Bye.